Hello, my dear friends. Today I'm talking about how planetary conjunction are interpreted in Hellenistic astrology. And this is the second part because I'm talking about Mercury and Venus conjunctions with other planets. Let's start with Mercury. In Hellenistic astrology, Mercury have a central role in matters of communication, intellect, and mental processes. The planet is seen as the messenger of the gods, governing all form of thoughts, speech, and learning. When Mercury forms a conjunction with another planet, it significantly affects how an individual thinks, communicates, and processes information. This aspect blends the energy of Mercury with the energy of the planet it is in conjunction with, amplifying or modifying the planet's expression through the lens of Mercury's qualities. When it's about communication, it's the way we speak, write, and express our thoughts. It's about reasoning and analysis. Mercury governs our logical thinking and analytical abilities. Perception and learning. Mercury rules how we absorb, process, and distribute information. Commerce and movement. In the material world, Mercury governs trade, travel, and everything that involves swift movement of communication. In Hellenistic astrology, Mercury is one of the personal planets, and it's seen as having a direct impact on the day-by-day activities. It is particularly emphasized in matters of communication, intellectual development, and problem solving. A conjunction occurs when two planets are in close proximity, typically within 8-10 degrees of each other, in the same zodiac sign. A conjunction represents the fusion of energies between the two planets involved, meaning their qualities are combined and operate as a unit. When Mercury forms a conjunction with another planet, the qualities of the planet are strongly influenced by Mercury's mental, communicative, and analytical nature. But as you know, maybe, in astrology, Mercury is very adjustable and adaptable to the energy of the planet that is making conjunction with. Let's start with Mercury conjunct the Sun. Brings an unbreakable link between the individual's mind, Mercury, and their ego and identity, Sun. This conjunction often signifies a sharp intellect and clear self-expression. The person can communicate with authority and clarity, and their thinking aligns with their core identity. The mind and soul become one, making the person's thoughts and ideas central to their sense of self. This conjunction suggests someone with a strong need to communicate, often in creative, leadership, or public roles. Mercury conjunct the Moon blends thoughts and emotions, making an individual highly receptive to both mental and emotional stimulus. This person is likely to have strong intuition and an innate understanding of emotional undercurrents. Their emotions are often expressed through their words, making them empathetic communicators. This conjunction indicates a deep connection between intellect and emotions, making communication a key outlet for emotional expression. People with this conjunction might be particularly gifted in psychology, counseling, or any profession that requires understanding both the intellectual and emotional aspects of human nature. Mercury conjunction Venus brings harmony and charm to a person, communication style. The blending of thoughts and beauty creates someone who can express themselves in a graceful, artistic manner. There is a natural ability to speak diplomatically, and these individuals often excel in careers related to the arts, public relations, or anything involving creative communication. The intellectual and artistic worlds combine, making this conjunction favorable for activities that require both mental acuity and a sense of beauty, such as writing, singing, or artistic pursuits. It also brings charm to speech, making people with this conjunction particularly skilled in social settings. Mercury conjunction Mars generates quick, sharp communication and intellectual agility. People with this aspect are likely to have a quick-witted, assertive communication style and may excel in professions requiring mental agility or strategic thinking, such as law, debate, or business. Mars' assertive energy gives mental clarity and decisiveness, while Mercury channels these qualities into communication. This combination can make someone particularly argumentative, competitive, or passionate in their mental pursuits. The risk, however, is impulsive speech or a tendency to rush decisions without full consideration. Mercury conjunction Jupiter brings expansion of the mind, creating people who are deeply curious and optimistic in their intellectual pursuits. This aspect often indicates a person who loves to learn, teach, and communicate in a broad, expansive manner. This conjunction provides a vast intellectual horizon, giving the person a love for philosophy, teaching, and learning. It often brings an optimistic, high-level understanding of ideas, as well as the ability to express these ideas in a way that is engaging and uplifting to others. Mercury conjunction Saturn. Mercury conjunction Saturn brings a serious, disciplined approach to thinking and communication. This conjunction often leads to an individual with a highly structured, logical mind who is very precise and pragmatic in their aspects, in their speech and reasoning. Saturn's influence brings mental discipline and a focus on long-term goals, making the person particularly adept at problem-solving and strategic planning. They are likely to communicate in a clear, methodical manner, but can also be perceived as overly critical or pessimistic in their communication. Mercury conjunction Uranus creates a highly innovative and unconventional thinker. People with this aspect tend to have quick minds and revolutionary ideas. Their communication is often non-traditional, and they may excel in fields like technology, science, or social reform. Uranus energy brings mental originality and independence, leading to an intellectual outlook that is often ahead of its time. This aspect can cause a tendency to be eccentric or unpredictable in communication, but it's also highly conducive to creative problem solving and disruptive innovation. Mercury conjunction Neptune links the rational mind with the mystical and intuitive energies of Neptune. People with this conjunction are often highly imaginative and sensitive in their thinking, and they may be drawn to careers in the art, writing, or any field that requires a strong connection to the subconscious or creative thinking. The combination of Mercury's logic with Neptune's intuition creates a mind that is creative yet prone to confusion. Communication may be idealistic, poetic, or vague, and people with this conjunction can excel in spiritual or artistic endeavors, though they may struggle with clarity in everyday communication. Mercury conjunction Pluto merges logical thinking with Pluto's transformative power. People with this conjunction possess a deeply analytical mind capable of unconveying hidden truths and penetrating beneath the surface of things. They are intensely curious and may develop an obsession with understanding psychological mechanisms, secrets, and taboo subjects. This combination is often found in detectives, psychologists, crime writers, researchers, and powerful orators. Also, chemists. Pluto adds intensity and a compulsive quality to Mercury's thinking, making these individuals extremely persuasive and strategic in communication. They have a strong talent for detecting manipulation in others, but may also have a tendency to use words as a tool for control or influence. In Hellenistic astrology, Mercury represents intellect, commerce, rhetoric, and communication, while Pluto, Hades in Greek mythology, is associated with death, rebirth, and unseen world and hidden matters. The conjunction of these two planets creates a sharp, incisive mind capable of seeing beyond appearance. This combination may suggest a talent for powerful oratory, but also a tendency to be secretive or to use words as a weapon. It can also indicate a mind drawn to occult studies, investigations, psychology, or esoteric philosophies. However, due to Pluto nature, these people may be prone to obsessive thoughts, intellectual anxieties, or a tendency to see hidden motives and conspiracies everywhere. In terms of communication style, Mercury-Pluto people often have a hypnotic, intense, and profound way of speaking, but they may also be too direct or even intimidating in conversations. If this conjunction is under tension through aspects with other planets, this is a risk of becoming manipulative, overly suspicious, or dealing with deception and betrayals. Now let's talk about Venus conjunctions. When it's about this conjunction, also we have between 8 and 10 degrees of each other in the same sign, and this is a conjunction. In a Venus conjunction, this blending creates a powerful synergy, where the qualities of Venus merge with those of the other planets involved. Depending on the planet Venus is conjunct with, this can manifest in various ways. So we have fusion of energies. That means that the energies of the planets are merged, making their effects more prominent. Also, in the conjunction, the energies of the two planets will often be amplified. For example, Venus-Sun conjunction brings an individual whose sense of self is strongly linked to love, aesthetics, and personal relationships. This conjunction makes the person highly charming, and they often have a natural ability to attract others. They are often seen as warm, gracious, and social engaging. This conjunction represents a harmonious connection between identity and love, where personal attractiveness and the desire for pleasure are integral parts of the person's ego. It can give the individual a strong need to be admired and loved, as well as a deep sense of beauty of their surroundings. Venus conjunction the Moon creates a person with an innate ability to connect emotionally through love and nurturing. Their emotions and desires are closely aligned, and they are likely to express their love in a gentle, caring, and nurturing way. This aspect blends emotional sensitivity with a desire for comfort, beauty, and harmony. People with this conjunction often seek emotional security through relationships and feel fulfilled when they can create peaceful, harmonious environments. They are typically deeply affectionate and generous in their personal connections. Venus conjunction Mercury amplifies charm in communication. This conjunction brings a natural, graceful expression in speech and writing. People with this aspect often have a diplomatic, persuasive, and charming way of communication, and they are likely to find pleasure in social interactions and intellectual pursuits. The combination of Venus harmony and Mercury intellect suggests that these people are creative communicators. They may have a natural gift for writing, poetry, or any activity where beauty and expression come together. There is often a strong connection between mental pleasure and emotional fulfillment in their relationships. Venus conjunction Mars is one of the most dynamic aspects in astrology when it comes to love and attraction. It creates a powerful blend of desire and action, making people highly passionate in their relationships. The combination of Venus love and Mars drive results in a bold, direct expression of affection, often leading to intense romantic or sexual chemistry. This conjunction is a fusion of love and passion, indicating that the individual is likely to approach relationships with a strong, assertive desire for connection. They may seek physical beauty, sensual experiences, and could be attracted to partners who embody both attraction and challenge. Venus conjunction Jupiter brings an individual who is optimistic, generous, and highly affectionate. This conjunction enhances Venus' capacity for love and harmony, and the expansive influence of Jupiter magnifies the desire for pleasure, empowerment, and beauty. The person is often seen as charming, lucky in love, and generous in relationships. This conjunction brings abundance in relationships and a sense of joy in artistic or aesthetic endeavors. The people may have a deep appreciation for luxury, art, and the finer things in life, and they are often perceived as open-hearted, loving, and supportive in their personal connections. Venus conjunct Saturn creates a person with a more serious, reserved approach to love and relationships. This aspect often indicates a person who may feel that love requires effort, responsibility, and commitment. They may have a restricted emotional expression or feel that they need to earn affection through hard work or sacrifice. This conjunction can bring a tendency to idealize love, but also create emotional restraint or a need for emotional stability. People with this aspect often approach relationships with a sense of duty and responsibility, and they may face emotional challenges or delays in matters of love. Venus conjunct Uranus. A Venus-Uranus conjunction leads to unconventional and innovative approaches to love and attraction. People with this aspect are often non-traditional in their relationships, seeking freedom, excitement, uniqueness in love. This conjunction tends to bring surprising twists in romantic life, including sudden attractions or unconventional relationships dynamics. This conjunction creates a rebellious or experimental attitude toward love and beauty. The person may be attracted to unusual, avant-garde art or relationships that challenges social norms. There is a strong need for emotional independence and freedom in partnerships. Venus conjunct Neptune creates an individual who is highly idealistic, romantic, and imaginative in their approach to love and relationships. This aspect enhances the dreamy, artistic, and spiritual qualities of Venus, making the person prone to idolizing partners or seeking a deep, soulful connection. The connection indicates a strong desire for emotional transcendence, and people with this aspect may have a tendency to fall in love with the idea of love itself. They are often drawn to artistic endeavors or spiritual experiences that allow them to express beauty, creativity, and emotion. However, there may be a risk of emotional confusion or disillusion in love. Venus-Pluto conjunction creates a person with deep, intense feelings when it comes to love and relationships. This aspect amplifies the transformative and passionate nature of Venus, leading to a profound, sometimes obsessive need for connection, beauty, and intimacy. People with this conjunction experience love in a very powerful and all-consuming way. They often seek deep, life-altering relationships that allow them to explore the hidden, darker aspects of love and desire. This kind of person is drawn to intense, transformative in experiences in romance and often has a magnetic, almost hypnotic presence in relationships. There is a tendency to attract or be attracted to emotionally complex or secretive partners. There can be also a strong desire to transform oneself through love, whether through emotional growth or by merging with another person in a deep and meaningful way. In Hellenistic astrology, Venus represents love, beauty, harmony, and relationships, while Pluto governs transformation, power, death, and the unseen forces that shape the psyche. The conjunction between these two planets creates a person who seeks emotional depth and intensity in relationships and often experiences love as a transformative force. This aspect suggests a strong desire for emotional transcendence, with people often yearning to connect with others in a deep, soulful level. However, there is also a tendency to fall in love with the idea of love itself, idolizing partners or expecting them to fulfill an emotional need that might be difficult for any person to meet. These people may be drawn to artistic or spiritual pursuits that allow them to express deep emotions, beauty, and creativity. However, there is also the potential for emotional confusion, possessiveness, or disillusion in relationships if expectations are not met. The intensity of their feelings can lead to power struggles, manipulation, or difficult emotional dynamics, making it important for them to cultivate healthy boundaries in love. So, look in your natal chart and see where do you have Venus and Mars in natal chart, in which zodiac sign, in which house. Then see if these planets forms conjunctions with other planets in your natal chart. I'm waiting your questions and comments down below. Until next time, I wish you all the best. Bye bye.